people you see before you may not have a lot in common, but there is one thing that stands out: their desire to improve their lives through education. Robin Cook said, "Education is more than a luxury. It is a responsibility that society owes to itself. The investment of time, money, and energy that these students have made will result in more opportunities, rewards, and a higher quality of life for themselves and their families." Graduates, your friends and families are gathered here to share your accomplishments, as are the faculty and the people here on the platform. Please allow me to introduce the platform party, starting with the Mojave Community College Board of Governors. President of the Board, Dr. Julie Baer. Secretary of the Board, Mr. Vance Miller. And our trustees, Dr. Judy Selber.
It's a good idea to shove me under the seat.
It's
a good idea to shove me under the seat.
And Phyllis Smith. Also joining us, the Mojave Community College Foundation Board President, Carrie Raymond. Executive Vice President, Dr. Lynn Plunkett. The Dean of Instruction, Jill Lovelace. Dean of Student Services, Jan Woods. And our commencement speaker, Mr. Dan Larry. There's a very special person who's seated on the platform that I would like to recognize at this time. Jan Woods, the Dean of Student Services. Jan will be retiring this summer, and we owe her the honor of being recognized for her hard work and leadership in the area of student services. Jan has worked in higher education for many years, in several states, and for several colleges. She has been with MCC for about 10 years, serving as an associate faculty, an advisor, and the director of student services, all on the Lake Havasu City campus. And many of the graduates here may know her in that role. Over the last 4 years, Jan has served the college as the Dean of Student Services. Jan's leadership, experience, and devotion to students has guided the college on its mission toward furthering student success, and this past year, to the very successful reaffirmation of accreditation by the Higher Learning Commission, our accrediting agency. Some of her accomplishments while at MCC are the creation and implementation of the Early Alert System, which offers students facing various challenges opportunities for additional support. The online registration process. The online tracking of financial aid forms and application materials. Redesign of the testing centers. Restructuring of the student induction process. Creation of the new student orientation process. Creation of the STU 101 and 103 courses that introduce new students to the college experience. The Student Activities Council, and many more. Those who have had the privilege of working with Jan will attest that her work habits are unmatched, her accomplishments are many, her knowledge is unquestioned, and her decisions are final. It's an honor and privilege to work with Jan and to learn something new every day just by being in her presence. Jan, you have made my job much easier and more fun, and we will miss you. Please join me in thanking Jan for her years of service and dedication to the students of the Today we are gathered to celebrate with our graduates as they are now able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Today is only but one day, and probably their last, in the journey towards a degree at MCC. Today we are full of smiles and congratulatory handshakes. It's only a few days ago, the anxiety and pressures of completing that final paper or passing that final exam were all that the grads could think about. Let's not forget about their families and friends and loved ones. The moms and dads, brothers and sisters, spouses and children who are also part of that journey. It's always quite interesting and often quite funny to hear the stories from the family members who, at some point in the journey, willingly or not, became the study buddy, proofreading papers, quizzing on material for a test, or just lending a sympathetic ear. Or in the cases of the nursing graduates, some of you became unwilling clinical subjects of unknown disease, requiring poking, prodding, palpation in some of the most unlegible areas of life. Without the support of a close network of family and friends, we know that some of the grads would not have been able to achieve their goal of walking across the stage today. Graduates, please join me in thanking all those in the audience who assisted you along the way. There are many stories to tell about our graduates. I just want to share a few. Last week I met a young man in Kingwood named James Calder. He was at the Kingwood Student Awards luncheon where he's being recognized for accomplishments in engineering. He's 34 years old, father of 6 children. Several years ago, he arrived at the conclusion that a college degree was necessary for him to achieve the goals he had set for himself and his family. Next year, he will be attending ASU in Tempe to finish his bachelor's degree in engineering. He was thankful for the support and encouragement he received from the NCC faculty and staff, and was most proud of the support he had received from his wife and children. In fact, he mentioned the support of his wife and children several times, and the challenges they overcame together in order for him to be here today. I know there is no prouder wife or group of youngsters here in the audience today. What a message for a dad to send to his kids. Actions speak louder than words. Jim, congratulations.
Woo!
This next story I find the most amazing is part of the preparation for the Surgical Technology National Board exam. The students ready themselves by taking 2 different practice exams that are created by the National Surgical Technology Association, AST. Crystal Rubio, one of our students, scored a perfect 175 out of 175 on those exams.
Woo! Wow.
Outstanding. Cassandra Jones, Cassie, as she's known, is graduating with a degree in engineering also. She'll also be transferred to ASU Tempe in the fall. Cassie began taking classes while a senior at the Kingman Academy of Learning. She took advantage of the Early Start Scholarship program. Beyond excelling in her coursework, she found time to be the treasurer of the Student Activities Council, member of the Big Fun Science Club, member of Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society, served as a work-study in the Student Services area, and found time to be a volunteer tutor to assist her fellow students. Cassie, thank you for all you've done for your fellow students.
Woo!
And there are many more. Jeff Place, a single father of 2, working on a second career as a physical therapy assistant. Kim Snyder, who has accomplished her dream of becoming a nurse. And 600 others that are in our program today. The stories are too numerous to mention, but every one of our graduates has reasons to be proud of reaching this one goal, of graduating today. Sadly, there's a graduate who cannot be with us today. Joy Howell passed away this weekend. She was to receive a certificate in bookkeeping today. Also, Vicki Parson, a dedicated employee who worked in Human Resources Department, and last year's Mace Bearer, passed away this spring. We have remembered them in the form of a draped chair off to the side, symbolizing their absence in the ceremony today. Family and friends, graduates, honored guests, and supporters of MCC. It's time to move on to the rest of the program. To start our program, joining us to deliver a message of congratulations on behalf of the Mojave Community College Foundation is Carrie Raymond, MCC Foundation President.
Good afternoon, Board of Governors, President Kearns, family and friends around the hall, and most importantly, to those gathered in front of me who are about to become alumni of Mojave Community College. Congratulations to the class of 2013. Now, you've accomplished much in your years at MCC, and we believe all of you are outstanding representatives of what the MCC experience is all about. I look around the room and I see hope, determination, persistence, and most of all, success. It fills every corner of this great hall. It shows in hopes and dreams of all you graduates to make a better life for yourselves, your families, and your world. It shows in the work and the efforts of the most dedicated and caring faculty in the world. It shows in the joy and jubilation of the hundreds of family members throughout this building. It is an honor to be here as a part of this celebration. Since 1977, the Mojave Community College Foundation has existed for two reasons: to provide critical scholarship support to MCC students and to provide critical financial support to the college for facilities and programs. Over the past 35 years, millions of dollars have been raised and expended for these two purposes. But the need and the work continues. I hope all of you will join me in meeting the future head-on by joining your local campus chapter of the MCC Foundation as soon as you can. Together, we can make great things happen for our students, our college, and our communities. Next week, you receive a letter describing the activities and the services for which alumni are eligible. You have earned the distinction, and we encourage you to partake in being an active alumni. Speaking for the Foundation Board of Directors, we wish you the best in all you do in the future. Congratulations to all.
Brooke, I see you!
That was cool. Yeah. I saw it.
Last year, Mojave Community College established the Llewellyn-Crow Service to Students Award. This award is to be presented to a member of the college community who has achieved excellence in providing services and mentoring to MCC students. This award is intended to recognize a commitment to helping students develop a realistic self-perception and successful transition to higher education. Define and achieve academic goals and objectives and determine how long, or determine long-term career and personal development goals. Manage situations that can potentially influence success. The 2013 recipient is a student services specialist at the Bullhead City campus. This person advises and mentors students and also coordinates the Student Life and Leadership Program. Student Life and Leadership Program includes many, not only fun, but educational activities that the campus provides each year. said about the recipient. She gave me the support I needed to start classes at MCC. I became a work study and my whole outlook on life changed. I will graduate this May with 2 degrees, and I'm happy to say that my life has never been better. Diane still continues to lend me an ear or help advise on my education. Without this person,
Come on.
knows where my children are now. It is my pleasure to present to you the 2013 recipient of the Llewellyn-Crow Service to Students Award, Diane Olson.
Recognizing the outstanding successes of our students over the past year, is again in the students, Jan Wilkes.
To qualify as graduating with honors, a student completing an associate's degree must have completed at least 30 credits at MCC and have maintained a 3.75 or higher grade point average. Certificate students must have completed at least half of their coursework at MCC and not this year, 153 students are graduating with honors.
Wow.
Today, please stand and be recognized. Has recognized academic excellence in two-year colleges since 1918 and provides opportunity for the development of leadership and service. It provides an intellectual climate for the exchange of ideas and ideals, and also provides lively fellowship for scholars and stimulation for community academics. I would like those members of the Phi Beta Kappa present to stand and be recognized not only for their accomplishments here today, but for their contributions to student life at MCC. Phi Beta Kappa members, please stand. Now the college would like to acknowledge 29 students who, with Arizona's dual enrollment program, will be graduating from MCC this evening prior to graduating from high school. I would like those exceptionally motivated students present to stand and be recognized.
Wow.
Congratulations to you all.
It's now my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Dan Lara. The traditional introduction of the graduation speaker usually includes the required listing of academic and professional accomplishments. And I will get to those shortly. This year is just a little different. That Dan is a former division chair and faculty member at MCC, and currently is an online associate faculty. So he's no stranger to us here at MCC. He's remained in close contact with MCC while moving on to his current role as the Dean of Science, Engineering, and Technology at Lynden-Benton College in Albany, Oregon. Many of you may also know his lovely wife Jennifer, an MCC alum, and also an online science
trying to get to Robert.
Earning a bachelor's degree in the dual major of chemistry and environmental science. One of the mistakes Dan recently made
Stand up.
was informing me of a time during his freshman year
Okay, now sit down.
where he was in a chemistry club and expected me to share this captive audience. Dan started as a theater major as a freshman. He was in a chemistry lab handling metallic sodium, a beaker of water, and a Bunsen burner. When the fire, he said, reached the walls and ceilings of the chemistry lab, he was called to a meeting with the dean of students. Expecting to be expelled, he met with the dean. However, the meeting went a little bit different than expected. He left the meeting, and he was uncertain as to whether being assigned the opportunity to serve as the chemistry department work study was to be received as an invitation to be an indentured servant to the chemistry department pays payback for destroying the lab, or a chance to learn more about science. Dan continued his education and pursued a master's degree in marine science at the University of Texas at Austin. He states that if it had not been for incurable seasickness, he may have actually become the first major job student. Dan changed gears and went on to complete a master's degree in educational leadership from Northern Arizona University. Dan was hired at MCC to teach math and soon advanced to becoming the department chair for foundation studies, and then advanced again to become the division chair for general education, first at the Bullhead City campus, and then later at the Lake Havasu City campus. In 2007, he left MCC to become the Dean of Math and Science at Lynn Benton College, and now serves as the Dean of Science, Engineering, and Technology. He has a very accomplished record with his peers and colleagues, and has been a very active grant writer and has been awarded many grants from the National Science Foundation. Please join me in welcoming Dan, a leader of scientists and students, a colleague and friend, Mr. Dan Leonard.
Members of the board, graduates, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share in this celebration recognizing the achievements of the class of 2013. As you know, I was hired as a faculty member in mathematics in the year 2000 at a time of curricular and financial instability at the college. And though in 2007 my own journey led me from Arizona to the Northwest, I've continued to follow closely the evolution of NCC through the years. Having now worked at 4 colleges and across 2 states, I can say with confidence the quality of education provided by MCC is second to none. This is due to the leadership of Dr. Kearns, board governors, and the tremendous faculty and staff at this fine institution. Please, let's give them a hand. Higher education. It's a place where you will find classified staff who are dedicated to student service and helping students achieve their personal, professional, and educational goals. Many of you in the audience have been touched by them. Let's give them a hand. At the community college, we find small class sizes that allow student-faculty interactions that enrich the learning environment. And nowhere else in higher ed do you find resident faculty more committed to teaching and learning, and part-time faculty who are working in their field and share their expertise with students. Let's thank them for the way they've enriched our lives. Community colleges stand on the shoulders of their staff and faculty. But it's the students who make up the facets of this group. Your graduating class is rich in its diversity. You study career and technical education programs or transfer disciplines. You are male and female, white, black, Latino, Asian, and Native American. You have differing lifestyle choices and you come from different locations and a variety of economic and religious backgrounds. But while your differences are profound, you are united by a shared sense of community and common sacrifice. Graduates, each of you has overcome adversity and made sacrifices in order to reach this moment. During your time at MCC, some of you have lost loved ones, or struggled with the challenge of caring for an ailing parent, child, spouse, or friend. You've sacrificed financially and emotionally, balancing the challenges of work, school, and family. But each of you has met these challenges and prevailed. And your families and friends who struggled alongside you have prevailed also. The college, faculty, staff, and administration, and I would like to recognize your achievement. I'd like to share a few brief personal and professional suggestions learned from my own journey as a freshman theater major in college, Dean of Science and Engineering at the college. The first is, hey, change happens. Very few of your future plans will unfold exactly according to design. You must be adaptable. Alvin Toffler, the American writer and futurist, wrote that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who do not read and write. It will instead be those who do not learn, unlearn, and relearn. You leave Mojave Community College with a set of skills and abilities that will allow you to enter the workforce and continue on in higher education. The most important skill you've developed in your time at MCC is the ability to learn. We live in an information age where technology exists in every facet of the employment sector. The knowledge that you have today will soon be out of date. New discoveries will be made, new technology will take place in platforms and machines upon which you've been trained. To be successful, you will need to begin lifelong learning. The very fact that you're here today shows that you have the ability to be successful. If you also have the commitment, you will succeed in your professional endeavors. Now, never having actually attended to go into academic administration, I had to develop the skills and knowledge to be successful at the time. However, what I did have immediately available to me was three intrinsic qualities that each of you has: the ability to be nice, work hard, and be creative. Being nice sounds as though it is so commonplace that it certainly deserves any reference or mental speech. This reminds me of work ethic that laid the groundwork for success in the future. It may seem overly mercantile, but each human interaction goodwill serves as the currency. Whether you find yourself an employee or the company CEO, your ability to interact with your fellow employees and customers in a manner that makes their day is critical to your success. Leave every interaction having something to what was said, and leave the speaker knowing that you honestly place value on his or her needs and opinions. Be helpful whenever you can. Sometimes you may be in a position, but you can always be kind and courteous. While this is formulaic, it is transformational when you move from niceness as practice. Niceness is a true way of being. Each of you, when you are humble, you pay into that bank of goodwill to better individual. When saying is empathy, don't alienate people who you have. And everyone, everyone, regardless of their type or position, is worthy of your respect. Remember, sometimes it is the lowest paid members of an organization who can help you the most. And in